We just had the full moon 2 days ago. This was Buddha Purnima, as the world would know. According to tradition and modern academic consensus, it's known as the Buddha's birthday moon that commences. Buddha was born to King Suddhodana and Queen Maya in Nepal. Young at the age of 29, he had this new call. In search of what lay ahead, he left the palace to be, by the providence led. So let's examine his story at the star. It's God versus man and Buddha behind the bar. While researchers went through the belly of the earth looking for the God particle in it, alas, that tunneling and effort bit by bit could have been saved instead. While the old man in the sky above the clouds keeps us wondering and praying silently or aloud, who keeps whom is the question that confounds. Each says, their God is bigger than mine. Where in this is any space for God to dwell or opine? While the world is at war with that slogan, I wonder what is the role of God or his particle here. If a man has to protect his God with a bomb and a gun, that if God is omnipresent and potent is largely the message, how off the mark is it? I asked a sage. With tatters for clothes and a light in his eye, he smiled and on dope appeared a tad high. If God had to run this world being here, he said, he wouldn't find a place to live here, I dread. For if he is the divine father or mother, under his gaze how would you indulge and tread? Indulge in pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath and sloth, for won't all your tricks and arbitrage be caught? Said he. So the world invented a scheme grand and put the altar beside the confessional stand. How we betray the gospel now stands wrapped under the Michelangelo upon the Sistine Chapel capped. For God is held captive in his temples and mosques. He is also kept under watch in synagogues. These messengers all are kept in these homes tall as they put to rest in their all. They are told to stay under the roof and take it easy, while the world outside stays aloof, crafty in trade, and busy. It pays the God a visit sometimes, if not ever. That is how the world designed a method clever. A method to stay away from dad and mom and indulge in all else outside with the two-stay at home. I ask and wonder why Jesus is white. I ask even as I pray, for he bled. As for Buddha, in his departure, he said, don't ever make an idol for me. Instead, just follow the path righteous and straight. But the world purged it all. After those words, it merely ate. The world conspired and thought it best to let his idols and sermons in monasteries rest. That's the reason. While the court and the church swear by, if not at, each other with the case in a lurch. Such a fetish to capture and hold that we crafted God and his books in art and gold. If Buddha's head was tonsured, we lent it locks all curled. With eyes wide shut in his idol avatar, there he sits muted in a corner at the Buddha bar. Thank heavens, for he is no more in this bazaar. For how would he have imagined his plight with mutton and bones and men and women, those on the table and on the floor are a sight. Amidst drinks and vapor and dancing lights, the homes of gods are mere laundries for a conscience that must in us reside. Perhaps this is how I view it, that the world keeps and protects its God, not the God this world anymore. Perhaps the barrel of my telescope is reversed, so if we look at it differently, perhaps I am drunk too, so do ignore. Thus I rest my case, my Lord. It's not you that protects, but the world must fight to protect you. Oh my God! Yogi at YoL, signing off. Your one life, live it.